Hi everyone, I know it's been a while. My name is Vanessa. I'm your tarot reader for today. We have 3 piles to pick from. First one is citrine, second one is smoky quartz, and your third is pyrite, which I love. So pick your pile. Hi everyone, welcome to your reading if you picked the citrine. So I just want to remind you guys that this is a generalized reading, so not every message is going to apply to every single person. So take whatever I say with a grain of salt, because only you know if this applies to you, if it sounds like your situation. I'm not here to crush hope, and I'm also not here to give you false hope, so take that as you will. Let's just get started. So when I was first thinking about this pile, you know what song kept coming into my head? That song Bad Blood by Taylor Swift, and it's like, baby, now we got bad blood, blah blah blah. I can't sing, so I'm not gonna sing. But so this person overall is struggling to forgive you, or perhaps you're struggling to forgive them, or someone needs to apologize. There needs to be an apology said somewhere, and whoever needs to say an apology, maybe you both do. I think you both are hesitant to accept it. You're both hesitant. You guys are both kind of, I think, on the same page. At the very least, this person isn't ready for forgiveness yet. They're not ready to be forgiven. They're not ready to give forgiveness. They're not ready to be on the same page. So there's bad blood definitely here. Let's get more into it. So what they would say is that, if they could say anything, is that they avoid the situation a lot. They avoid thinking about you. They avoid what's the word I'm looking for? They avoid dwelling on it, and they do consider it dwelling. They feel like the situation, someone walked away, both of you guys walked away, and there was a decision made of like no contact, of like I don't think this ended well. Like, if you know, words could have been said, like the situation could have been it ended badly, and they try not to dwell on it. They try to let go. They try not to think about you. They try to pretend like you don't exist. They block you out. They block you out a lot. But the thing is that there's, in the back of their mind, they know it's not over. They know that things need to be properly, that it's like only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before something's got to give. There's something about this that can't be left the way it was left, although that's how they want to leave it. They don't want to say, they don't want closure. They don't want, or give you closure. They don't want to say sorry. They don't want to admit their wrongs. They don't want to hear your side of it. They want to be done. They want to be severed. So if they could tell you anything, I feel like they would just be like, no, I don't want to talk to you. No, I don't got anything to say. That's how they're feeling. Or what they would say. I'm sorry. That's what they would say if they said anything. And then compassion. But overall, they do feel compassion for you. This person's a little frustrating. They go back and forth because they would tell you that because it's time to go. If this wasn't in reverse, it would mean like it would really finalize that this situation is over. But the fact that it's in reverse, but then on top of it, they don't want to mend the situation because the mending is in reverse. So they don't want to say goodbye. They don't want to say that they're sorry. And then they still have compassion for you and compassion for the situation. So this person is, there could be outside forces guiding this person, and kind of like, they see your sadness. They see why you were sad. They kind of do understand, but they want to pretend like they don't. They want to. There's just other, maybe the friend circle, maybe a significant other, maybe just people in their life kind of like helping the situation, and maybe saying things about you or the situation in general. So they do have a lot of compassion, and they do, if you guys are different in any way, like whatever ways you guys are different, they still They still admire, and they still think about that, and they still appreciate you. So how they're feeling. Oh my God. This person is so confusing. Oh my God. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Queen of Wands upright. So this person is kind of like frustrated and kind of like not seeing you in a super, super, super positive light. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, they're kind of feeling detached from the situation. They're kind of feeling judgmental towards you. Like, while they have that little bit of compassion for you, they still think you're in the wrong. They still think. So I think that's what it comes down to, is they're not ready to admit their part in it. They still think they did everything right. They did things the way they should have, and they feel like they're not in the wrong, and they didn't do anything wrong, and they're just like, they're ice. Their heart is so cold. While they have that little tiny bit of compassion for you, their heart is iced over. It's like you cannot reach it. You specifically, I don't know who else is reaching it, but you certainly aren't. There's a part of them that is a little bit thought out, and like there's a part of them that maybe, if there is other parties involved, specifically a significant other, I think they feel like they have to shut you out for them. So they chose the other person. They're choosing to not feel anything for you. They're choosing to not see your side of things. They're choosing to just be really cold. And that breaks my heart, because I don't know your situation, but that I feel like people don't, you don't deserve that. But the thing is, we want closure so bad, but the matter of fact is that, their actions are the disappointment, the arguments, the lack of compassion, that maybe they feel compassion for you, they're not showing you any. So I think that within itself is the truth. It is the closure. They still kind of like remember how authentic you are, though, because we do have the Queen of Wands, so they're still feeling what drew them to you. Like, they still see you as a warm person. They see you as someone who's not like, you're unforgettable, you're powerful, you're unforgettable. As much as they try to forget, and as much as they try not to think and shut you out, like, you still creep in their mind. And I think that's why the time to go is upside down. It's like, I think that's what they would tell you, that it's like over and done, but they'd be lying. But I feel like you should be over and done with them. That what they would say, though, what they're thinking. Sorry, this pile has me like all out of wax. Also, it's been a while since I've done pick a card, and I've read cards in general. I've been struggling, and so just in life in general, but so I haven't been reading cards or doing much, so I'm a little out of it. I feel a little rusty, and I'm like, where am I? What am I doing? What's going on? But with the Four of Wands, what they're thinking is, I don't know how to interpret this, because the Four of Wands talks about, the backbone, the home base. Like, I think perhaps they still think of you as someone who helped them, someone who really, really, I don't know if, it depends on everyone's situation, but like, you really built them up. Like, maybe you gave them their confidence back. Maybe you helped them in some way. And so for them to not thank you is super frustrating. And for them not to say sorry for their part of things, and for them not to be so closed off, how frustrating. Yeah. this person kind of sucks. They're so like hard-headed and like just not open. They're not open at all. And they still think of you as like someone who's a leader, because literally we have how they feel about you as Queen of Wands and how they think about you as King of Wands. So they do really see a lot of greatness in you. They see you as like a leader. They see you. We have major arcana for how they feel about you. Not major arcana, but we have strong suits and how they feel about you. And they see you as like someone who has a great life and who will always have a great life. Who they just, I don't think they see your heart. They just see what you show the world. And so they never really saw that you are like so gentle. And maybe you don't show very many people how gentle you are. And so I feel like this person could have like gotten the wrong impression. So they never saw how much you needed to be like treated in a more gentle way. This pile is making me so emotional. Okay, I'm back. I'm trying not to be a crybaby. And for I'm so annoyed with this person because we have miracles on like their next move, and I think it's kind of like expect miracles. So what the fuck does that mean? They don't want to show compassion. They don't want to speak up. They're too busy, you know, being closed off and thinking this is over, and they don't want to hear, they don't want to mend the situation. And they think it's over. So is the miracle going to be that their next move is that they're going to change possibly and possibly come forward? Let's get a clarifying card for that. Clarify miracles. God, I got so while I don't necessarily think that they have like anything in mind, if something were to, you know, come from a miracle, you know, expect the unexpected type of thing, I think that if they treated you badly before, if they said some harsh words, I don't think they'll ever say harsh words to you again. I'm gonna look up delight. I think that this person's gonna like, their next move is to change. Their next move is to be a different person, learn from their mistakes. This was a lesson to them as well as it was for you with delight. It talks about the sparrow being a lesson. So I don't necessarily think they're going to reach out or do anything of the sort, but again, expect a miracle. So whatever that means to you in this situation could be possibly what happens. With the bird too, it could be you get a text or, you know, some sort of communication. But I'd be wary of this person. They're still closed off. They still think they're right. So maybe hopefully they change for their sake, because they don't sound great. All right, I'm supposed to be more neutral, but I don't know. This pile got me in my feelings. Pile number 1, that's all I have for you. Pick a better video if this left you kind of sad, because it left me a little sad. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next video. Pile number 2, if you picked the Smoky Quartz, this reading is for you. I literally just did this whole entire reading and wasn't recording. So I do want to remind you guys that this is a generalized reading, so not every message is going to resonate with every single person. Take what does, and I'm not here to crush or build false hope. So, you know, if this sounds like if it doesn't sound like you're reading, don't take it. Don't get sad. Don't, you know, let it control you, or put too much faith and too much hope into a video, a tarot video, especially a generalized one, because we are just reading energies. So to start us off, we have simplicity in reverse, and it doesn't get any more obvious than that. So your person is currently feeling like this situation is complicated, like there is something that stopped this connection or this situation from like fully fleshing out, fully developing. there's like something there that's like complicated. They feel like things are a little bit complicated right now. And if they could tell you anything, if they could say anything to you, is that they feel like you are so beautiful, you are so special, so different from anything or anyone that they've ever experienced. And like you're a bright, shining fucking star, and they just want you by their side at all times. Like they would be proud and happy to be seen with you, and like they just feel like you're so special, and they see you, like when they see you, they get hard eyes, like, you know, like they're that little emoji, like they just see you with love. However, they do think it's kind of hard to talk to you, or there's something that they need to tell you that they're scared of. There's something holding them back, and it could be because they're feeling like the situation's complicated. Like, you know, it's different for everybody. Some of you guys could have like a partner, or you guys could be in a situation where you already told them, like, listen, like, I'm not ready for a relationship, or like you already told them kind of how you feel, and so they're just kind of scared to tell you something. Maybe they did something that you'd be like kind of like annoyed, or you'd feel a certain type of way about. They're scared, but they know that they have something to tell you. I didn't pull a lot of cards, so I hope we'll be able to kind of dive into and see kind of what could possibly be what it is that's not being shown. Okay, and then we have truth. So that's what they need to tell you, the truth about something. So it could be about their feelings. If they haven't expressed their feelings to you, they need to tell you their feelings. They need to tell you how they feel, where they stand, how things are. For some of you guys, it could be like an admittance of something. They have to admit something, they were lying about something, or they have to speak their truth in whatever way, whatever that means to them. And it's going to be different for everybody. I don't know. And then we have how they feel about you. So they very much feel addicted. They feel tied to you. They feel like no matter what they do, like they might try to like be with other people. They might try to go on dates. They might try to hang out with other people. Like they might try to distract themselves, but they always go back to you and wanting you and thinking about you. But they feel kind of resentment towards you. And I think it could be because they feel so stuck and so tied to you. And perhaps you're not on the same page, or, you know, something's not working about this, but yet they still cannot let you go. They cannot break the chain. And, you know, they might tell others, or they might think to themselves, they might even tell you. They might, you know, express how they don't understand why they're so stuck on you. They don't understand why they feel like you're it for them. They don't understand. They feel like, you know, you've done witchcraft on them. Like, they're like, are you casting any spells? I know you're into tarot, and I know you're into, you know, esoteric things, and I know you're into the occult, and I know you're into different things. So did you find some spell, or did you do a spell on me? Like, did you take my hair? Like, they don't get it. But like I said, they're resentful, and they kind of they just feel like things are not moving forward. And I don't know if they feel it or if they know, but it's for their own protection. I feel like perhaps this is not the right thing for them. Like, they kind of put you up on a pedestal. They kind of like, or vice versa. Like, it is guided as to why it's not moving along the way they wish it would, or the way you wish it would. There's a reason why. And the color blue could be super significant to you guys with these three first cards coming up. It could be their favorite color, or a color that one of you guys uses a lot, or just a color that you've talked about. There's something in the color blue, and this kind of blue, not a dark blue, but more of like a sky water blue, that is really important for you guys. And so what they think They think that you guys are really well suited for each other with the Temperance card and the we'll get to the Four of Cups, but with the Temperance card, they think you guys are like really well suited. They think you guys are, could balance each other out really well. Like you guys could really work, and it's a good balance of give and take. Like they don't feel like they're constantly doing all the giving, and they don't feel like you're constantly doing all the taking, or they're taking all the time. They just feel like your energies and who you guys are as people are quite balanced with each other, and you guys constantly like fill each other's cup. They do kind of think that you give your attention to others. They think that they are more deserving of your attention. They think that they're not constantly, but they think that they reach out to you, and they've perhaps offered you a cup of love before, and you kind of rejected it. You kind of turned your shoulder to their cup of love, and you're like, well, no, I have these other options. Or they possibly just think that you have a lot of options, and that's why they're a little scared, or they resent you because they're not your first choice, or they perceive themselves to not be your first choice. Sometimes they feel rejected by you. I don't know. It feels like this person thinks that you're either you're doing it right now where you're very detached and withdrawn from them, or they're kind of doing that to you. Perhaps I don't know. They think that you just don't know what you want, or that you're just overthinking. But you're gonna know if this feels right or if it doesn't. But I think that they are gonna tell you something crazy. Not crazy, but they're really gonna open up and tell you something. Their next move, embracing in reverse. I think they're gonna blow shit up. I think they're gonna let you have it. If they've been feeling like you've been leading them on, and I'm not saying you are, but whatever they're feeling, if they've been feeling how they're feeling, how they feel like stuck on you, and how they feel like everything I just said, actually, I think that's what they're gonna tell you. I think that's what's gonna blow up, because we have embracing, but we have it in reverse, and then we have all those all the fire. So I don't think if this person's been quiet, I don't think they're gonna be quiet for long at all. I think they're just waiting on their moment to just unleash, and it's gonna be a flow of emotions and thoughts, and I think they're gonna be overflown. Like they're just gonna they can't take it anymore. They've so much water here. They're just gonna express everything, from I think you're it for me to, but you don't see me the same way, and it's frustrating to me, and I feel like I'm stuck on you. And if you guys are friends, you guys are gonna have to figure it out, because if you want to stay friends, I don't know how that's possible once this person just kind of blows up at you, and it's like, I can't be just friends, because they can't. Because if it's just friends and you decide to go get in a relationship, or if you're dating, they're not going to be okay with that. They're going to be jealous and mad and upset. So your pile is spicy. Pile number 2, I hope that resonated with you. I hope that helped. If it did, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what kind of other video topics you guys would like to hear. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Hey, pile number 3, if you picked the pyrite, this reading is for you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's get into the overall situation. So this person has a lot of wisdom when it comes to this situation, whether it's recently or whether it's been the whole entire time. This person overall just kind of feels like they've seen the light. So overall, there's truth. How many times can I say overall? So overall, there's a lot of truth and a lot of knowledge that they have acquired about the situation. Maybe they they didn't know how they felt, they didn't know how to talk to you, they just didn't know, and now they're aware. they are wiser. Now, if they could say anything to you, what would they say? They would tell you that they feel like they've changed. They feel like the situation has changed. They feel different. They feel like things are not what they once were. And if you guys are in a relationship, I do kind of feel like they kind of want to tell you that they see that it's really hard to build a life together, because we have co-create in reverse. I'm getting kind of breakup vibes, where like we have a change in the wind, meaning it's really hard to interpret this any other way besides they once had feelings, they have had feelings, and they have wanted to be with you, and the feelings could still be there, but they just feel like where they once had hope that you guys could possibly make this work, they kind of realize now that like long term and morally, or not morally, but your values possibly don't align. There could be like something that is not, you guys are not on the same page about, and they just kind of want to tell you that like, listen, I see how we're not on the same page. I don't know where we go from here because it's not working. Something about this is not working. I'm gonna look up the meaning of animals, because it's another card for like overall how they're feeling. I'll be back. They kind of feel like they want to retreat. There's a level of them like wanting to retreat and kind of be away from humans, be away from the world, and either meditate on the situation or just in general kind of be alone to heal and to try to understand what they're going through. And they're quite sad about this. I feel like they're quite sad and probably possibly heartbroken that they feel like it's just not working, and they want it to work so bad. And possibly in the past they've wanted it to work so bad, and possibly you also have wanted this to work out. But how they feel is that they just don't have the strength to fight. They just don't have the strength to fight. They're tired. They feel like there's been so much energy already put into this. They don't feel like, if this is a masculine and they have masculine energy, they just don't feel like they're man enough. They don't feel good enough. They don't feel, but they also feel like they put in work. They feel like they tried. They feel like they just want to escape and like let you know that this is not working and that they can't do it anymore, and that they tried so hard. So okay, so if this is not resonating, we're already like a few minutes in. Like, this is not your reading. Please don't take it, because it's very clear that this person wants to sever ties. They want to break up. And if you and your person are not in that situation, then this reading isn't for you. Don't break your own heart listening to this. But this person is just very much tired of pretending. They're exhausted. They're tired of pretending like everything's okay. They feel like they've been lying and sneaking, and they feel like they've been trying to continue this for so long, and your guys' roles have never changed. Like, if you guys have the constant same fights, it just feels like a role to them. It feels like a TV show playing constantly, where you say this and then they reply like that, and it's never any different. Like, nothing ever changes, nothing ever works, and they don't even feel strong enough. And they're tired of lying. They're tired of not telling you the truth. But they're too scared. But they're making their way. They're working on like being honest and being clear, and with themselves and with you. Fuck. I really wanted a positive reading for all three piles, and it's not been great. I hate it. I hate that I can't tell you guys like that everything's perfect, everything's gonna be great, that that they're gonna change, that they're gonna be honest, that they're gonna give you what you deserve. Sorry, these were in reverse when I pulled them. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, One of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. They literally feel like they can't give you the bare minimum. They can't give you, they think that they can't even do the minimum. Like, they can't do anything anymore. It's so crazy because I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but they just feel like they can't. They feel like they just can't. That's all I keep getting. Like, them just like head in their hands, like, I just can't. I just can't. Jesus Christ, I want to stop saying that. They feel like they've weighed the pros and cons. They feel like it's just like so much exhausted energy, and you know, they judge themselves, and they feel like they're not even, they think they're not in the position that how annoying. They're not, material wise, career wise, they're not where they want to be in order to support another person. They feel like they have to provide for another person. They feel like they have to be financially stable. And the crazy part is that that's the biggest thing that stops this person from, like, it's not necessarily that they have loss of feelings, or that it's not you that they don't want. Like, you know, it's not personal. They just feel like they're not where they need to be at financially. So, you know, they have to focus on that, and they think that they just judge themselves really harshly, and they think they're not good enough, and their self-esteem is tied up in their material wealth. You know, if they don't have their own place, if they don't have their material, what they perceive to be like what they need to have in order to have a healthy relationship, then, you know, those are their own self-blocks. We can't help a person who doesn't want to be helped or think they need the help. So they judge themselves, and they like don't think that they're working hard enough. They don't think that they're where they need to be, and so that just in turn ruins this and ruins what you guys have had in the past, or what you guys could have. And then we have Voyage in reverse. On, you know, I asked for a action card, like what can we expect from them, what might they do, how might they reach out. And you know, this person's just ready to go on a life journey on their own. They're ready to sever the ties, because this is in reverse. This is, if you look at it, there's two whales, and one of them's tied to the other one, but in reverse, those are severed. This person wants to go on a life journey, or they want to go on their next adventure in life, whatever that may entail, not attached. They don't want to be with anyone. They want to just figure their own stuff out. Their inner, you know, they want to, they're on a healing inner journey, not necessarily healing, but they're on a journey of self, of, you know, taking care of themselves, doing what they need to do. They don't want to protect anyone else. They don't want to be in charge of somebody else. They don't want to worry about somebody else. So very much, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, the next steps, I do feel like this is going to be severed, this connection, whether that means they ghost you, or they have that talk and they, you know, just let you know how they're feeling and what they're thinking. I'm so sorry, pile number 3. If this resonated with you, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm sorry if it's not what you wanted to hear. Remember that if it doesn't resonate, don't take this message. It's not for you. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.